Hey guys, and welcome to some more Star Citizen. I wanted to talk about what we've got to look forward to in regards to concept ships going into 2017. CryEngine have suggested that there were 7 to 8 they were planning to put on concept, and we should also be able to see a new concept sale on the Anniversary LiveStream Friday the 18th of November, as well as a kind of load of limited ships that come back on sale at that time too. It'll be like a cool little presentation like at CitizenCon, but hopefully with lots of cool things. So, what are these concepts likely to be over the next few months? Well, from ATV UK 100.2, we did see a board showing some of them, and others have been talked about more recently as well. So these are most likely to be, in my opinion, and this is very much my opinion and my research, the Anvil Hurricane, the Origin Jumpworks 600 series, the Experior or Tavaran Prowler, the Aopoa or Xi'an Volper Bomber, the Aegis Eclipse, the Misc racing ship of some description, and the 85X, which is the little shuttle that comes with the 890 jump, which should be available separately. So we'll talk more about them in a second in a bit more detail, because we do have some details, even if they're just old blurbs about their lore. Other ships that we could go on sale from like Squadron 42 and that sort of thing, they might start to go on sale. They wouldn't be concept sales because they've already made those ships, but they could go on sale with lifetime insurance if it's the first time they've ever been sold. Ships possibly like the F8 Lightning, they have said that wouldn't go on sale before, but it's been more recently suggested, and I am reading between the lines with this, that it could be available in some form of civilian fashion in the future, in a similar vein to that of the F7C compared to the F7A, I suppose, because the F7A is much more similar to a Super Hornet, but the Lightning that we'd have available, if that was a possibility, and it's a very slim possibility, would be a civilian model. Alien ships as well, we could see another ship that's not mentioned there from the Xi'an, the Tavaran, the Kurthak, who we don't really know too much about, or the Banu. More likely it will be a Xi'an or Banu ship, because at the moment we only have the Merchantman to define the entire Banu race, and very limited Xi'an ships, even though the Xi'an are probably quite big in the verse. So let's talk a bit more about the ones that we have mentioned. So the ships we're about to talk about will have heavily evolved from their original roles and their original lore that when they were concepted way back when. But, for example, the Hurricane, the Anvil Hurricane, was originally in a poll where it could have been the third starter ship that the Misc Reliant eventually won. And in that poll there was also the Dragonfly and Terrapin to be the next starter ship, but obviously the Dragonfly's become its own thing. It's become a space motorcycle, and the Terrapin's become that kind of military scout explorer. So originally the Hurricane's lore blurb was some ships avoid dangerous encounters with speed, some with stealth, and others with maneuverability. The Anvil Hurricane's philosophy is that it should be able to blast anything that gets in its way out of the sky. The Hurricane won't win any races, and its electronic signature won't let you sneak behind enemy lines, but it does feature an array of fully customized small bore weapon hardpoints, plus the ability to customize weapon types in several ways. Hurricanes are often used by militia squadrons and private organisations seeking to add a heavy to their lineup. The Origin Jumpworks 600 series. So there's only one mention that I could find of the 600 series, other than on that board in that ATV, and it's from an Origin Jumpworks Spectrum dispatch. Founded on the banks of Rhine in Cologne, Germany, Origin had strong ties to Earth for the first 2 centuries of their existence, originally going as far as to insist that every component for their Elite 600 line be manufactured in Seoul. In recent years, these ties have been severed completely. So Origin are known for their luxury ships, but the Origin don't really have anything for medium-sized ships yet, so I would expect something between a Freelancer and a Constellation size to fill the void, but extremely tech or luxurious, because that's kind of what Origin Jumpworks do. That's just my expectation of what that would be. The Experior Prowler. So the $61 million stretch goal that CIG had was for the Prowler. It's a Tavaran designed, but updated and modernised for the UEE Navy. The original lore blurb said, the Experior Prowler, named after the UPE military designation, the Prowler is a modernised version of the infamous Tavaran boarding craft from the First Tavaran War. With the recent discovery of the lost Tavaran planet in the Cabal system, Experior's engineers were given unmitigated access to examine the preserved ships found in one of the caches before meticulously recreating the design choices. The Prowler's effectiveness as a rapid personnel deployment vehicle was mainly due to its silence. The boarding was constructed using a variety of techniques to minimise the signatures and to get close to unsuspecting vessels before quickly deploying their boarders via EVA. With the updated Prowler model, you will find the perfect fusion of two cultures, the elegance and effectiveness of the Devaran war machine combined with the reliability of the modern UEE technology, while lacking some of the upgrades of the modern version. Vintage Devaran-built Prowlers restored for modern spaceflight are prized by their owners lucky enough to locate them. Basically, I think this is going to be a great assault and boarding craft for assaulting large and capital ships. It's going to be quick and stealthy and carry people for ramming and taking over ships. That sort of stuff. The Ayapoa Volper Bomber. So this is the Xi'an Volper Bomber that was mentioned by CIG a few times. It's in development at some stage, and I suspect that it will be a core part of Xi'an fleets. Other than it's a bomber, and I think it's going into concept cell. There's not much info out there on it. Expect similar styles to that of the Scout, but obviously a bomber. Probably a medium-sized, hopefully fighter bomber, but we'll have to wait and see. The 85X is also on the release schedule. We know it's coming with patch 3.1. It's the shuttle that comes with the 890 jump. It's going to be available separately as well. And it's looking cool from the pictures we saw of it a little while ago. It's going to be a quite luxurious kind of exploration snub ship that will allow you to do some cool stuff in the verse and that will fit in a lot of other ships. So the original blurb for that 85X was with the 890 jump concept, and let's have a look at it. The model XVB began life as one of many prototypes for the award-winning Origin racing team. It went through rigorous testing alongside other cutting-edge speedsters to find the edge in competitive racing. Although Origin ultimately selected the model that would become the M50, the XVB was not forgotten and found new life as a companionship for the 890 jump. Now, Origin is proud to unveil the 85X. Whether descending down to a planet's surface or taking in the sights of your system, the 85X will continue the 890's proud tradition of turning heads, its power of a racer with the reliability of a touring ship. Simply put, it's luxury. So it's going to be pretty cool. I suspect it's going to be one of the best snubcraft around if you want to do some exploration. Or touring, I suppose. The Aegis Eclipse. Another one of those ships that was shown in that ATV ship list, possibly by accident. There are various ways to eclipse something, and we don't have much information for this. So this could be a giant capital ship that eclipses the sun, or it could be an e-warfare utility ship that eclipses your equipment or radar, or it could even be an interdiction ship that pulls you out of jump. Or quantum drive. What do you think? I mean, I don't have much information about it, so tell me what you think, what you want. The Misc Racer, again, a ship that I don't know too much about. Misc do need a racer in their lineup, and it makes sense that they'd get something as a company for themselves to be part of the racing scene. It's likely to be a one-man fast ship. There is nothing I know about it though. Again, what do you expect from a Misc racing ship? And what do you expect that Misc will bring to the table? What do you expect it to be like? Reworks and variants. So for those of you asking where the reworks or variants of some of the ships are, or when some of the ships that are going to be released that weren't on the roadmap, it was confirmed by Ben that that's just a rough roadmap. There are more ships coming out and their reworks being finished during the other releases. So to expect more than was shown on those roadmaps, such as the Cutlass Black, for example, being reworked at the same time, or and being released before the Cutlass Red and Cutlass Blue. So expect it with or by patch 1.3 coming in 2017. And with a lot of the other ships, we'll be receiving some sort of rework, even if it's just bringing their damage states in line with a new system, but I would expect some extra polish with everything. And there are likely to be a couple of surprises for the concept ships thrown in. CIG normally have something special tucked away. We're going to have to wait until the Anniversary LiveStream on the 18th of November to see exactly what's unveiled in more detail concept-wise, and I suspect we should see quite a cool little presentation, hopefully putting CitizenCon to shame. Anyway, guys, I hope that was informative. What do you think of these concepts, ships? Do you like the sound of any of them? Do you think there's any that I've missed? Do you think CIG are missing out the whole on anything? Remember, commenting on any of our Star Citizen content during any given month gives you a chance to win a ship each month for Star Citizen. Please don't forget to like and subscribe as well, as it does genuinely help me, and I will see you in the verse.